Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're joining me from. Today I'm going to be looking into first looks. They have become something that is really popular, something I'm getting asked about all the time, and it's a huge change. I would not have been asked about this, even a couple of months ago. I got engaged in December and it wouldn't even been something that I considered back then, yet now it's something that I'm definitely thinking about. So today, as so many of you are asking about it, I thought I'd go into first looks and the pros and cons of them, the different things that they allow you to do on the wedding day, and just give you more information to be able to make a choice for your own wedding day. So before I dive on in with all these pros and cons of a first look, there may be some of you watching this video not having a clue what a first look is, even to start with. So a first look is when you as the couple meet together before the ceremony and you get to have a first look with each other. You get to have a moment to meet, a moment in private, you can have some photos done, it may even lead onto family shots, and it's something that is so popular and so discussed right now. I'm going to give you the pros and cons. It's a deeply personal decision to decide whether to do this or not, but I really hope this video helps you. But first, if we haven't met before, my name is Beth and I'm a professional wedding planner here in the UK, and this channel is my little wedding world where each week I get to give you hints, tips, stories and secrets into the wedding industry to hopefully make sure that your whole wedding planning journey is that little bit easier and way less stressful. I didn't know whether to start with the pros or the cons on this, but I decided, as it's something new and something that a lot of us are learning about, I'm going to start off with the pros and the good things about having a first look, and then we're going to move into the things that you may have in the back of your mind that are stopping you doing it. So let's start with the pros. The first look is a way of getting rid of a lot of the nerves on your wedding day. If you're feeling a bit pressurized, as in going down the aisle, having everyone looking at you, that being the first moment, you're worried about tears, which are totally okay by the way, but you might be nervous about having that, about seeing each other for the first time in that moment, and feel like there's an awful amount of pressure on you. So having a first look can take away a lot of that pressure. It's a private moment with just the two of you, no one else watching, maybe bar a photographer and your bridal party if you want them to be there, but it's a moment you can have together, get rid of all that pressure, all that stress, all that worry about it, and just have a really nice moment where you can have the tears together and then you can compose yourself before the actual ceremony moment. As I've said in so many of my videos before, a wedding day is so busy. You don't get that much time together as a couple. So actually having a first look together gives you a moment of just the two of you before everything kicks off and everything becomes really busy, and it can just be a nice moment to stand there, see each other, have a bit of a giggle together before it all kicks off and happens. The other side of having a first look means that you can actually do some photographs before the ceremony. So if your schedule is a little bit pressurized and you're a little bit short on timings for the day, or really once the wedding day gets started you just want to spend all that time with your guests, then having a first look and following that doing your wedding portrait photos together as a couple shots, and maybe even doing some family shots together, can be a really good way of giving you more time in the rest of the day when you don't have to be pulled off for photographs. Equally, if you're really pressurized for the light on your wedding day, you've got a winter wedding, or you're getting married later in the day and you don't have that much daytime after the ceremony, having the photos first can be a great way to get this done and ensure you get plenty of light for those pictures. So all in all, there's some great reasons to have a first look. Reducing pressure, get the emotions out the way, be together, have those photos, give yourselves more time on the wedding day with your guests rather than being off. But obviously there's some cons, otherwise everyone would be doing it. A lot of people grow up expecting that moment at the end of the aisle when you first see each other, and that can be the most often kind of thing that I hear that holds people back from having a first look. They don't want to ruin that moment, they don't want to take away from that moment, and they feel that that should be the special time in front of everyone that they first see each other. Although I did quite a lot of research into this because it's not something that I've obviously personally been through, and I haven't actually had any brides do this so far. So I wanted to know, do couples actually find that this takes away from that special moment that they have at the aisle? And to be honest, from speaking to people, I found out that that moment together before the ceremony, having a first look, is deeply personal and it's so lovely to have. But that moment where you see each other at the end of the aisle is just as special, and you don't take away from that moment by doing it earlier on in the day. It's still really special to see them stood there when you enter the room. My final kind of con on the first look point of view is more around time, and this is a big one that stops people doing it. If you're going to have a first look before the ceremony, you need to be ready that little bit earlier, and if you've got an early ceremony, you've got to travel somewhere, or you've got a lot of people in your kind of wedding party to get ready as well, you may not have time to get everyone ready, have that first look and the photographs as well. So some people choose to just do the first look and still do the photographs kind of during the drinks reception, as is quite traditional. But if you can make that time and you can get ready early, and I mean this could be up to an hour and a half before the ceremony, then I think it's well worth doing. And if time is your only barrier to doing it, talk to your hair and makeup artist, talk to your photographer and work out ways that you can do it. So with what I've said in this video, it kind of feels like I'm pushing you to go and have one, and I am not at all. It's such a deeply personal decision, and it's something that you're going to have to discuss between the two of you. And I would say it needs to be a mutual decision rather than one or the other. In my opinion, I've heard great feedback from people who have done a first look and have really enjoyed having that extra time in the day and also that time together before the ceremony. But definitely have a conversation between you, see if it's something that suits you, and if it is, go for it. I'm sure you will absolutely love those pictures that you get. So that's it from me today. A bit of a shorter one for a change, which I'm quite proud of doing. If you've enjoyed this video, as always, hit that thumbs up button for me and leave a comment. Are you doing a first look? What do you feel about it? What's holding you back? What's making you go for it? I love to hear, and it can also help so many other couples going through this decision. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn the bell notification on to make sure you get all future notifications of my videos. So that's it. I'm going to leave it at that, and have a lovely day, rest of your week, whatever you're doing, and I will be back here very, very soon. Bye!